Biomedical Engineering Department, taking a course in Material Science Engineering. Today we are interviewing Mr. Damoah from the Material Science Department. I'm taking a course in Material Science Engineering, Materials in the Future. We want to know something about your field of study, your research interests, and a bit about your background.
Chose to do materials at the university without any prior understanding. I looked at the course and I started thinking, and eventually when I started the program at the university, I knew I was doing what I have always wanted to do. Yeah. But now if you ask me what motivates me to remain, because I studied with people who decided to back off, leave the engineering, materials engineering, to do something else. Yeah, but me, I'm in it. Yeah. No country has ever developed without development, in materials. Materials development drives industrialization in a country, and I believe that as a developing country like ours, we need people like me to do their bit to make sure that we also get developed here. My master thesis, which I have here, was based on aluminium purification. Yeah, but why I chose to do some work on alumina production is because of the potential I know it holds for our country. So I really wanted to study to know what technologies are available for which raw materials they are used for, and see how we can also develop what we have in this country from that knowledge. And then the aluminium filtration tool, I know that holds, it has a lot to do with the failure of materials, say metals. In this specific case, aluminium. Yeah, metals would fail if you have certain impurities in them, in addition to other prevailing conditions. They might fail. And I had previously done work on fatigue of metals. I'm interested in failure of materials. So I realized that in terms of material processing, there's something to relate failure to. And I knew if we have impurities in metals, they are more likely to cause failure, and they increase the fatigue susceptibility of those metals. So I wanted to do some work in purifying those metals to see how the possibility of purifying them in order to improve their life.
Please, can you tell us the interconnections between your research interest and the other engineering disciplines? Maybe biomedical, because I'm a biomedical engineering student, so I want to know the interrelationship between what you study.
Yeah, currently I am interested in ceramic processing. I have interest in failure analysis, and then also the environment, and the environment affects everyone. And now on ceramic processing, we have biomaterials, right? And then as a biomedical person, you might be interested in certain materials. So my interest in processing kind of directly relates to biomedical engineering, in the sense that whenever you require any biomaterial, it must be processed, and we are looking at ways of improving upon processing, or trying to develop new processes and technologies to facilitate material production for biomedical applications.
What of the other engineering disciplines?
For Others is closely
like
related.
Food processing, computer, brake, aerospace.
Yeah, it's closely related. Every engineering discipline requires materials for their work. Every engineering discipline requires materials for their work. Those that design, like agric engineering, who would design farm and agricultural equipment and implements, would require materials which meet their design properties. So I, the materials engineer, would have to know how to design a material and then process such a material for the agric person, for the computer engineering. So they would, for the computer people, they need things like diodes, capacitors, and all that, and all these things are made from materials. Ghana has a little problem, and I think it's a materials problem. We have neglected the field. Usually you hear science and technology, but I understand this one thing, that materials is what drives technology. Materials is what drives technology, and Ghana has neglected the basis. We are bound in many natural resources, and almost all these natural resources are material based. If you look at the mineral deposits that we have, from which we can process metals, and then also ceramic materials, and we still keep on exporting raw materials instead of investing into research in this country, research based on our local raw materials, so that we develop ways of processing them at low cost for us to use and then also to sell. So Ghana's problem can be solved. We can be developed if we begin to do things for ourselves, and we can only do things for ourselves if we have materials available to do them, right? And we can only have the materials available locally. If you produce locally and you use what you produce, then you are developing, right? And we cannot produce if we don't know how, and we can only know the how if we invest into researching and developing. So we need to research and develop the area of materials, not just that, and then the other disciplines that will make use of what materials, so that we can see ourselves as what develop. Yeah.
For us young engineers, what advice do you have for us?
I would say it's difficult. The journey is not an easy one. I'm not there yet. I'm still on my way up. I haven't gotten anywhere, but I think that once I'm somewhere, I can always offer advice to those that help. It calls for determination. You must be determined, and you must be focused, and you must work hard. I think these are the three keys that you require. You focus on a thing, then you determine to stay focused to achieve what you want to achieve, and then you work very hard. Hard work pays. It doesn't kill. It yields results. It doesn't matter how you struggle to work hard. It will always yield the required or needed results, if only you don't give up. So I'll say that the young people, I'm young myself, I'm not there yet, as I told you. We all supposed to stay focused, work hard, and then be determined to achieve something, and then we'll be there. Sometimes you talk to students and then they are like, this course is difficult, to become an engineer is difficult. I think it's difficult, but it's not so difficult. It's only challenging. It's a challenge, and if you are determined to overcome, you will definitely overcome if you stay focused and work hard.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.